I love getting weird looks at the gas station. It's pretty awesome. Everybody thinks I'm a feminist. What the fuck do they know? So there's a check engine light that just came back on my car. Now, of course, this is like right before I made this decision to start doing stand-up comedy again. Now, I know I've been saying that I'm going to do stand-up comedy again. I've been saying that for a long time, and I haven't actually done it, but I'm really going. I'm really going to fucking go. I wrote this whole set list. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all when we get home. So I'm at the gas station right now so that I don't run out of gas when I'm driving like 40 minutes north out of my way to do something that people yell at me for doing. Just makes me nervous. Now, the question I have for you, Vortex, is how long do you go before you wait to do something about a check engine light? See, the last time that I had it checked, it was immediately after it popped on, and AutoZone said that it had something to do with my manifold, which I got replaced like a year and a half ago, and it was like 800 fucking bucks. So either they did a shitty ass job, or they lied, or my car's just falling apart, or this is just something that goes in and out and I don't have to do anything about it. I don't know. Because I don't know that much about cars. Which is why it's very easy for people to take advantage of me. Mechanic-wise, not any other way. But hold on. Hold on a second. I'm back, y'all. I didn't leave you. I didn't leave you very long anyway. It's not like I'm some awful parent that leaves my kid in a hot car for several hours. What's that?
On the back of your car, your sign, I was saying I like it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's awesome. I love Liberty. Liberty's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that was cool. I like my sign. Well, that's good news. He was the one that gave me the weird look. That's probably why he gave you the weird look, because he didn't expect you to be libertarian, you know, by the look of you. You look like a feminist, but then get to know you. You're like, holy shit. She's not a feminist. Anyway. I have a Keep the Constitution sign plastered to the back of my car, in case you were wondering what that giant green thing is in the back. It says Keep the Constitution. Anyway, so yeah, this is the second time that the check engine light has come on. The first time it went off, and now it's come back on. Just look it up. Look it up when you get home. The thing is, the internet is both really awesome and really terrible. Because you can look something up and realize, okay, my doctors were completely full of shit. My mechanic was completely full of shit. Everything I've ever been told is a fucking lie. Awesome. There's that aspect of it. But then there's the other aspect of it where, you know, you look up something and it completely freaks you out, you know, such as WebMD, Psychology Today, any of these websites. about medical shit. Or like you talk to the wrong person and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they give you bad advice. You just don't know who to trust. You don't know who to rely on. It's best to just rely on yourself, but if you don't have the information, you know, it's best to get a second, third, sometimes fourth or fifth, sixth, seventh opinion. I just don't want my car to die. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm more concerned about that than anything else. And so that's what worries me, is that like if I let it go too long, like my car will just fucking explode or some shit, you know. I always think worst possible scenario. But yeah, I just met somebody like last week. She said that she's gonna come see me do comedy tomorrow night, and I'm pretty sure she lives in Spring Hill because I mean she works here. So I should probably ask. I could just ask. If I texted her that question, I would know, right? Well, I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't have any problem picking me up and taking me to do this, especially if I buy her free drinks and give her weed cookies, you know? Leverage. I can work quid pro quo pretty easy. I have a lot of shit to offer, you know? Not just drugs and alcohol, but my sparkling personality, obviously. Look. Hold on. Yeah, you see that? That's what I've been doing. Okay, that's unnecessary. I think that they get it. Your check engine light is on. I just don't know what to do about these things. Because, yeah, if you don't know about cars, it's so easy for a mechanic to take advantage of you. Because I'm pretty sure that Christian Brothers, fuck them. They ain't Christian Brothers if they're charging fucking $800. Jesus wouldn't do that shit. He worked for free. Anyway. Christian Brothers charge out the wazoo. Whatever the fuck that means. I guess wazoo is like a large quantity. But, yeah, like, you just never know. You never know. Like, are these people taking advantage of me? Could I be paying less somewhere else? Should I go somewhere else and ask them? And, you know, if you have a friend that does, you know, auto body work or whatever, mechanic work, I don't know what it's called. I'm really ignorant about this subject, okay? In case I'm not providing enough evidence of that as it is. But, yeah, it's like, I don't know what to do. And whatever I have to do, I want to do it the cheapest possible way, rather than getting overcharged and taken advantage of by some piece of shit mechanic that thinks that I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I do know what the fuck they're doing, but at the same time I don't want my car to die, and so it's like I'm willing to pay all this extra money, even if I don't have to. You get where I'm coming from? Why do you think I don't trust people? It's like it's so easy to get taken advantage of by people that know more than you. So that's why I do my own research. And that's what's cool about the internet. But the internet can totally steer you wrong if you're not careful and you're a hypochondriac. So that's why it's dangerous. But anyway, that's my rant about mechanics. So I have no money on my account now because I had exactly $20.20. 2020, think of Barbara Walters. I had that amount in my account, and now I no longer have anything on my account. I won't have anything on my account until tomorrow night around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So hopefully there won't be anything that I want to buy. I do have cash though, so I can totally buy drinks if need be. If they want drinks, I will fucking buy them. If you come watch me do comedy, and not only do you watch me do comedy, you come to support me, but you have to sit through all these other shitty ass comics while they pander and whine about Donald Trump, like, I will totally get you fucked up. Cause I know that that's rough, y'all. There is nothing worse than like a pandering entertainer, you know? It's so depressing to watch. Cause you're just like, wow. This person has no personality whatsoever. They're just going along with what they think society wants them to say. Which is so fucking lame. And everybody's doing it now. And it's not just about the president, but it's about all this other shit too. Like, you know, like PC culture and transgenders and like just basically like anything in like current events, anything that like makes the news, like that kind of stuff. Like you have to go along with it. Now I realize that, you know, being an entertainer, especially, you know, if you're doing like late night and, you know, like your show is, you know, being up to snuff with like what's going on current events wise, like, I mean, you don't really have any choice but to pander, you know, because literally like your paycheck is contingent on how much ass you kiss. You hear that? You hear that? Kimmel, you hear that? You're so fucking lame. Hope your kid dies. Anyway, God, you're so fucking mean. You are so mean. He uses his kid. He uses his son to like make political points. It's fucking disgusting. I mean, the fact that his kid like went through surgery, I think he had like a heart transplant or some shit. The fact that he used that to try to like win people in the audience and make them like sympathize with his fucking sob story or whatever the fuck. It's just so disgusting to watch that. You know, because there's so many people that have those kind of stories and they don't use them in such a way to try to make people go along with like some stupid political agenda, you know? And furthermore, he did it to lie. He did it to lie about stuff that Trump wasn't actually doing. And I realize that Trump isn't, you know, the easiest motherfucker to defend, but at the same time, I find myself doing it quite often. I get into arguments on like a pretty regular basis with people, and I don't mind doing so. Because I'm the devil's advocate, you know. Not that he's the devil. At this point, I think he's like the closest thing to Jesus we'll ever fucking get. I call Donald Trump New York Jesus. You got that? I love him. I can't stop talking about him. It's crazy because I think it's like I'm doing the very opposite of what like everybody else is doing in regards to, you know, like comics and entertainers and artists right now. Like they're just going out of their way to just like go along with the times, and like I'm going out of my way to do the opposite. I'm going out of my way to say fuck you to the times. The times are fucking dumb, and they just keep getting dumber by each passing minute. And you don't have to agree with me all the way. You don't have to like Donald to see that, you know? It's pretty bad. The whole reason we have him as the president is because of how bad things are. And people just don't care until it affects them personally. And all this stuff that people whine about, it's not actually affecting them personally. The only thing that's affecting them personally is that they got something that they didn't want in 2016. You know, they're really upset about the results of the election from 2.5 years ago. But like, it's not going to do anything but the exact opposite of what they're hoping to accomplish. So that's what's amusing about it. Anyway, I'm going to get like super caffeinated and then attempt to work on more jokes. But oh, I got to show you guys something. I got to show you guys what I've done with my whiteboard, because I have an overzealous amount of whiteboards and I've decided to start actually using them. Go me. It's just taken me years to do. But I am quite proud of this. Look at this shit, you guys. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's just one set list. Now, I haven't actually timed it, because at this particular mic I have 5 minutes. Sometimes Micah lets me go over the time. If he hasn't seen me in a while, he usually can't wait to hear what I've got to offer. But yeah, it helps with the colors. It helps for me to like sort of know like what to start and when to finish and all that. But yeah, I get confused really easily, if you can't tell, because I'm so ADD, and so that's why the colors help. But you know, just having a whiteboard, it's cool because I can erase and I can rewrite, erase and rewrite, and like come up with the perfect joke, the Sistine Chapel joke. It's kind of weird, like my hold on a second. There we go. Like, the way that I do jokes is like a lot different from the way that other people do jokes. You know, most comics, like, they work on something for a long time, you know, and they sort of like perfect it. It's like, I just get sick of my stuff. And once I do the joke, I don't recycle it. I don't keep using it. I don't embellish it. I just throw it out. And people think that's nuts because they're like, man, your stuff is really good. You shouldn't waste it. But I'm like, I think I'd be selling myself short if I didn't do more material, because I just have so much material. I mean, I think you guys can tell, like, by all the videos that I've done that, you know, there's quite a bit going on in this noggin here. And so if I were to keep recycling old stuff, I just feel like, you know, all the other comics that I've seen in Nashville. And I don't want to just keep doing that. I don't understand, like, how these people aren't suicidal. I don't understand how a lot of people aren't suicidal, but I think we've gone over this plenty of times. Okay, how long can I wait to check my check engine light? When the check engine light is solid, you can typically drive the car for hundreds of miles without an issue. Of course, that depends on which code is stored in the vehicle's computer. If an engine sensor is faulty, the car will usually use made-up sensor values to keep running. Okay, what does that mean? When should I be worried about a check engine light? Don't you love Google, even though it's run by Fibrils? Look for a serious problem that requires immediate attention. Check your dashboard gouges and lights for indications of low oil pressure or overheating. These conditions mean you should pull over and shut off the engine as soon as you can find a safe place to do so. That's not the problem. Okay, well, hold on. I gotta make sure my cats aren't eating a bunch of old garbage, which they tend to do. You hear that? What are y'all doing? Oh my God! Look. It's okay. It's okay. You can still save it. Fine, eat it. Just fucking eat it. You wanna fucking eat it? Go ahead, you fucking pieces of shit. Hey, this is your own fault. Don't get mad at them. They're fucking cats. They do this shit. It's okay. I just mopped my floor, so that's why I'm gonna eat that still. I wouldn't have eaten it had I not mopped my floor with Fabuloso. It's really exciting. No, but seriously, every time that I come home, it's like I smell that. I'm like, you mopped. No, but I actually bought a mop specifically for this purpose. There's a mop head that they were just gonna throw away. Let me show you this mop head. It's incredible. It's like such an awesome mop head that I couldn't believe that it was in the trash. But they said that they didn't have a use for it, but I want you guys to see this. Look at this beautiful baby. See? She even has a green scrubby attached to her. But yeah, it didn't have a stick. So I was like, let me take that. Like, I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna clean my house. But then I actually did, like 3 months later. But yeah, I bought this baby for like $7. But it's detachable. So I'm gonna use this until it doesn't work anymore. Technically, a mop will always work. I mean, it'll just get dirty and disgusting. But I mean, if you wash it, it'll be fine, actually. I mean, you could wash it in the washing machine. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah. I was thinking about just attaching that mop head to like a drumstick. It actually fits. But yeah, you guys, I don't just eat food off the floor. I'm not that much of a savage. But I will eat food off the floor after I've mopped with Fabuloso. No, but I mopped like everywhere. I mopped my bathroom. I didn't do it with an actual mop though. I did it with like my socks. That's fun. See, look, you guys, I want to show you guys something. Look how many cleaning rags I have. Isn't that ridiculous? This whole thing, this whole fucking bucket. It's filled with cleaning rags. And then I have another one upstairs. So, all in all, I probably have at least 200 cleaning rags. Well, finally, you just quit smoking dope and now you're using your cleaning rags. Yeah, dude. God, weed smells so good though, man. I just miss it because of how good it smells. Like, I smelled it last night and I was like so triggered. Then I was like, you hate the government, you hate the government, you hate the government, you hate the government. I'm like, oh, never mind. I ain't smoking that shit. There's no telling what's in it. So, yeah. Once it gets decriminalized, though, it's on, buddy. It is on. I ain't wasting no time. Like, the thing is, they scare everybody with this idea of psychosis. Little do they know, psychosis is actually really cool if you know, like, how to channel it right.
You know, like for me personally, because I'm schizo, I have like all these different channels going on at once. And so I can make this decision of like which channel I want to watch. A lot of the time it's the love porno, but sometimes it's like, you know, the sadness. I'm gonna come up with really like clever names for all these different channels. I think that would be like a really interesting joke. But yeah, like I go back and forth between channels. But a lot of the time, like the reason why I watch the love porno so much is because of you know, these other really sad, depressing channels that are always on. So they're not just like sad and depressing about me. Like I mean, I obviously like I try to pay attention to like what goes on in other people's lives. You know, not in like a creepy way, but just like I just want to be aware. I want to be aware of all the fucked up shit that's going on around me that's like way worse than my life. So I don't have any excuse to bitch, because I think I've got it pretty good. And my life's pretty hard, but it's not hard because like I have a physical problem or I was raped a bunch of times by people that I was told to trust. But it's like I just complicate the fuck out of everything. But complicating the fuck out of everything does make a lot of stuff that would otherwise seem like it's really hard, really, really easy. Like sobriety, for example. Sobriety is like easy peasy for me. I mean, going to a bar tomorrow night and buying people drinks, so I'm really excited about it too. Really, really excited. Like anytime I go to a dive bar, I'm like, yes! And it's not so I can just like feel really cool, like, hey, I'm the one sober person here, and I'm having way more fun than all the drunks. Fuck that. If you're having a good time being drunk, like, more power to you, man. At least you don't fuck up your life. Good on ya. I didn't have that luxury, you know? But that's what's crazy, is that people will whine about that. You know? It's just like the only fun that they'll ever have comes from a bottle. Like, that's just sad. I'm still gonna eat that sandwich. Don't fucking judge me. Don't judge me. I mopped with Fabuloso. Just inspect it. Make sure that it's not, you know. Okay. I do eat meat, y'all. You see how tiny I am? Like, if I were to cut out meat, I would be dead. You know, I was a vegetarian for like 6 or 7 months, something like that. Almost died. It was a pretty miserable experience. Wasn't as bad as like a lot of other things that I've done though. Like really, I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did do it, but the problem with vegetarianism and veganism especially, like I have a friend of mine, the one that I was talking about before, who's like really, really smart, 20-year-old dude that knows that all the presidents are puppets. Like, he's a vegan, and he was telling me he's been doing it for a while, and he's still like underweight, you know? But he's not an asshole about it. He is very disciplined. You know, like, I have the utmost respect for vegans because of how much discipline that takes. You know, you really have to, like, change your lifestyle and shit. So I think that's pretty cool. My only problem with it is when people are dicks. So as long as you're not a dick, like, that's pretty cool. A dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick just because you don't eat meat and cheese and earth people food. Don't be a dick about it. But, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's inspiring. But I don't want to do that shit because
I do like eating animal products, and I'm actually like afraid that if I went down that route, like I would just kill myself, because I already know enough about how like fucked up and shitty everything is. Like if I start reading into like how much animals are abused, like I mean I already have enough trouble sleeping, you know, thinking about all these kids that are abused on a daily basis. So if I started reading about animals, I just lose my fucking mind. But a lot of people aren't vegans strictly because of that. They're vegans because, you know, it's just healthier that way. Being a vegetarian is actually the healthiest diet. But Hitler was a vegetarian. Did you guys know that? He was so healthy. A lot of people, you know, they give him crap for being a Nazi, but he loved animals. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Bye-bye.